All right, so second test of the car. One of the things I noticed, just to go over some of the issues that this fitting here on the power steering, the Hydro Boost unit, was leaking. So I tightened that up, tightened all these other fittings. I added some more power steering fluid. It wasn't leaking that much, but it leaked enough. The other things I did, let's see, I just tightened up a bunch of other little fittings and stuff like that. The biggest thing I noticed that I had a problem with was I had a serious toe out. It wasn't so bad when I had the car in the air, but when I put it down, I went and drove it and it settled into its suspension, into the springs. I had this serious toe out issue. So I went to fix it. And at first, what I did was I loosened the jam nut, and then I started to back this out, and it started to adjust the toe, but I ran out. It came out. I ran out of threads. Now, if you look over here on this side, that's about, if I got the wheel lined up by eye, it's about how many threads I have left there. On this side, wheel lined up, I got a lot of threads. So I don't really like, and I tried going back and forth with the steering wheel to see if I could get it better centered. But the steering wheel is as centered as I can get it. So I'm thinking now how to solve the problem. Now, one of the things I thought is I could go and get a new inner tie rod, because when you put these tie rods on, they have you shorten them. They have you cut it down. So I could get a new inner tie rod for this side and not cut it down and put it back in and have the threads and use those tie rods. But I have this other set of tie rods, and I'm gonna see where the threads are on the tie rod. I'll have much more meat on that tie rod. So I'm gonna leave it like that for now. I'm gonna change the tie rods out. I have 2 of them. I'm gonna change them out and put on these other tie rods, see if that fixes the problem. If that fixes the problem, I'm gonna go for a second drive. Or actually, I'm gonna put the roll bar. I'm gonna finally bolt the roll bar in. That'll give me something to mount the camera to. I'm gonna put the seat belts on, and then we're gonna take it for another drive. So hopefully we get to do that all in one day. All right, so I got the toe, I think, better. I definitely have it little toe in, I think. We'll go out and I'm gonna go see how it drives. You know, this is the different tie rod. And if I put a little end of a zip tie in there, I think the end of the actual inner tie rod's like right there. So that's way better than, and then this one's like right at the end. So that's way better than it was with the other ones. I'm just gonna go with that for now. I'm also, let's see, what else did I do? Oh yeah, I put the other roll bar on. I realized I hadn't put the battery hold down bracket in, and I just went to go put it in, and it's this battery is bigger because I use the regular Mustang battery, so it's bigger than what they give you a battery hold down for. I put in the seat belts on the driver's side. That bolt down there is, I don't know how, you got to like peel back the aluminum to get to it, but yeah. My only, yeah, see, this fitting leaks, which I don't necessarily like. I wish it didn't leak. So we'll see. I think I'm gonna start it up, and we'll take it out, drive it around a little bit, see if that fitting leaks anymore, what the problem is. So yeah, that's that for now. So just got back from the second drive. The leak seems to be good. I don't know if it's seeping a little bit from there. Maybe a little bit tighter, and that'll fix it. Other than that, though, it rips. Like it feels good. It's a little darty side to side, probably because I don't have it finish aligned or adjusted or anything up front. I know from my own experience driving Porsches, the 992 GT3 that has the double wishbone suspension is like this. It's very, it's a track car. It wants to go for a corner. It doesn't want to go straight. So I was just going on some straight roads, and it was very darty side to side. This is a pretty wide front tire. I have it toe in a bit, maybe camber, or a caster could be adjusted a little bit less aggressive. I don't know. That's stuff that'll have to be dialed in, or it's just that's the way it is. That's the way the 992 GT3 is. It's like that. It's just, it wants to turn. It's a track car, so going straight is not really where it wants to be. This might be the same way. I don't know. This is my first time actually driving a factory 5, so I can't really speak out of experience. I don't mind it so much as then the only thing I would say is it's not comfortable, but if that's the way that it is because of the geometry, then that's the way it is. But everything else feels great. The engine runs great. The transmission shifts great. I got it into 5th gear, even though there's probably a little slow for 5th gear. It ran 200 degrees, about 205 maybe. So that might be something I might have to, I don't know. I had the fan on. I haven't I haven't like burped the coolant system, so that could be something. The power steering cooler feels cool, doesn't feel hot. That's good. Other than that, I think for a second drive, it's pretty good. The one thing I do want to try to handle or take care of is the clutch cable hangs down really low. I want to tuck that up, so I might have to reroute it a different way and get it out of the way, but and it could be probably a little bit tighter maybe. Yeah, but other than that, I'm feeling pretty good about it. I'm glad I'm glad I didn't rush anything, and I took my time, and it's been a while, but I'm glad. I would say if you're watching this and you haven't done yours yet, take your time. Make sure that everything is dialed, because I think you're going to be happy with it in the long run if you just wait and be patient. So that's the only thing I can say.